Welcome back to Wave Listens Live. We're here with Elder Advisors. We've got Larry, we've got Lindsay.
He's still here.
And I'm doing the order the way that Larry likes it.
The seniority dictates that. You know, back when I worked at the airlines, it was all about seniority. That was for you.
Well, then you would probably be first in line for a lot of things before Lindsay.
I think he's making a crack at my age.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's a little passive aggressive.
But that's important because with age becomes experience and wisdom.
Just stop.
And that's exactly what you're offering at Elder Advisors.
Don't go broke in a nursing home because you don't have to, Kentuckiana. You simply don't have to.
And tell them how, because you are here to help them get and make sure they don't do that.
In a crisis plan, if folks watching the TV today, if they have someone in rehab at the hospital, we need the phone call. If they're in the hospital trying to discharge, not knowing where to go, they need to call us. If they're already in the nursing home writing checks, it's never too late. Make the phone call, because the stress of this is enough to make people not do anything. And it is overwhelming. It's onerous. No one wants to do it. I'm not doing it. I've got 6th grade people that do it. Okay, it's tedious, it's mind-numbing, but it has to be done. And just writing, some people will just write the check for $9,000 and they've just given themselves 30 days of peace. But it's going to be back in November again.
Yeah.
You've got to deal with it.
The this that you're talking about is a giant stack of papers that nobody wants to get involved with, that nobody wants to look at. But you've got some other paperwork over there that I want to talk about.
A prop today.
I want to see what that is, because I don't even know the story behind it yet.
Oh, okay, there it is. Okay, so this is, I keep this framed on my desk. This was from a client at the very first skilled nursing facility that I worked at. So he was a nonverbal disabled adult child, and his mother was with us in care, and his dad was just so caring. And anyway, this fella enjoyed Mountain Dew, so I stocked my refrigerator in my office with Mountain Dew, so he would come by and get a Mountain Dew. And we just connected. I felt really bad for him, and we were caring for his mom. And he wrote this one day, and it says, "Mom sick, pa tired." And I had that. You can see it's been through everything, but I keep that framed as a reminder about why I do what I do. And it sits on my desk because, you know, whether it's your mom or your dad or your sister, like the gentleman we're helping today, this is overwhelming. It's overwhelming and it's stressful, and that's without the paperwork. It's overwhelming and stressful before we even get to the paperwork or how we're going to pay for it. So it's, you know, you can't do, as you alluded to, what we do without a level of compassion and empathy. We've all been through it. We've all had parents that have aged into care and out of care, and you know, we've worked in it for a long time. And so it's just an important reminder for me, and we all have stories about why we do what we do, but that's why it's really important to me. So that's what I brought today.
Larry, you hear her tell this story. You hear her background. She talks about growing up essentially in nursing homes. What does that tell you about the kind of confidence that you have in her to know the background behind that?
Questioning.
To know that she's going to be there for the people that need it most.
And no truer words were spoken by you, Sean. That'll do it for my 2026 New Year's resolution of being nice to you on air. So I've already taken care of that now. Check off. Okay.
Before we even get to 26, I might add.
No, we're already into 27. But you know, you're only as good as the people around you, and I truly do have great talent, and it starts with Lindsay. You know, she has an empathy for this. She understands where the people are coming from. Her mom is in the business. She's a 40-year master level social worker. The gentleman that I took the application on for his sister, I said the first person that's going to be calling you is Mary Ann, because he's concerned about placement. Placement is a 4-letter word. It's really more. No, it's really a 4-letter word. It's a bad word. It's tough. It's just so hard to deal with because the particular property that this lady is at probably doesn't have a bed for them. So we've got to deal with it. Well, now he's got an advocate and people to help navigate that. So Mary Ann brings a wealth of talent to this that I knew nothing about. I know enough to be dangerous, but I don't even have to deal with that. I let Mary Ann do that.
And people are surprised when they're leaving the hospital. They've had a crisis. They're going into rehab. They're always surprised that if rehab takes a little bit longer, it takes a little bit more time, or the decision is made that we just can't go back to living independently like we were before. People are really surprised. You mean I can't stay here? No,
Yeah.
a lot of times you can't.
Yeah.
And that's the benefit about getting a professional engaged. We get calls all the time from people who have pre-planned, they've done the planning, it's 5, 6, 7 years later, and all of a sudden they're in the hospital. Well, we're able to jump right back in and smooth the road for them because they know to call. So I think it's, it really starts in the hospital with a crisis, whether that's a fracture or a fall or a UTI or whatever it is. It starts with a phone call to 855-LARRY-55. So because every single step is important, we can help at any point in the journey, but the earlier that we're involved, the more we can help and the less bumpy we can make the ride.
And to just go a further point with what Lindsay was saying was, there's at least one person in the Kentucky viewing area watching this that's in denial. I think we're fine. They told us we can get 100 days of Medicare for rehab. And once again, I'm going to tee that up for Lindsay. That's not the case. You need
Yeah.
to call us now.
Yeah.
Don't wait until you get that 48-hour notice that you got to go and you got to move.
Yeah, people don't realize that if you're getting rehab, 48 hours is really the only obligation that the insurance or Medicare or the facility has to give you.
That's 2 days, Sean.
Yeah, what is
Okay, I was trying to do the math in my head.
that looks
I
like.
can see your stroke.
Is it Wednesday? What is today? Today's Wednesday?
Today is Thursday.
So,
Friday, Junior.
Yeah, can you imagine somebody walking in on Friday and saying, we need a check for Sunday's stay because
Right.
we're done.
They'll do it.
They will do it. Yeah.
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 So,
So as far as what happens after someone calls 855-LARRY-55, what does that process look like? Tell everyone how easy that is and how much you guys are going to get done for them.
It's super easy. So we make a diligent effort to get folks in quickly. So we're not going to see you next month. We'll see you next week. We'll see you on Friday. But you're going to just come in. The very first meeting is not very long. Within about 45 minutes, we can tell whether or not we're going to be able to help you. The hardest choice that you have to make is, would you like our convenient New Albany office location, or would you like our convenient Louisville office location, which is off US 42 and Brownsboro Road behind the Goodwill? So that's the most difficult decision. All you have to do is pick up the phone and we will meet you when you're available at one of our convenient office locations and get the ball rolling. And it's easier once clients are in the seats, it's easier than what they think. They are always leaving surprised.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize they feel better.
The last question I asked William today was,
15
I said, do you
seconds.
feel better, William? Oh, I feel a lot better.
Yeah.
I'm going to go fishing
Go
now.
fishing, yes.
And just to be
We're sending
clear,
William
when they
fishing.
say they'll meet you behind the Goodwill, it's not the alley behind it. They have a building there, a beautiful
Yes.
office. Guys, thank you so much.
Check out our
855-LARRY-55, elderadvisors.com. More information,
Jackie.
everything you need. We'll be back here tomorrow. Happy Friday then.